Good afternoon and evening, everybody, and welcome to Week 4 of the Worcester Premier League. Afternoon, folks. It's Stephen, Marty, Martinez here. Thank you very much for joining both myself and all of the players. It's official. We have crossed the halfway point of the season. These players are not only playing for points, but they're starting to look towards the playoffs. And what a night of matches do we have for everybody tonight. Up on the top side of the bracket there on the left, we have Ron Sargent taking on Justin Burke. On the streaming board, we're going to have Tom Curtin taking on Mark Rudge. Tom, our champion of last week, and actually 2 weeks running, looking to keep the streak alive. Other side of the bracket, we have Nick Soldo taking on Mike Carignan and Joe Ricard taking on Roberto Santos. Quick look at the standings here as we get ready to have some lovely Week 4 action. Tom Curtin, again, top in the charts. He has won 2 nights, 8-match wins, a differential of 24. Solid performance over these past 3 weeks, and he's looking to do, well, more of the same. If it's working, why try and fix it? Joe Ricard trying to hunt him down. No night wins, but a solid 7 points, 4-match wins, and a leg differential of 2. Mike Carignan, our Week 1 winner, my bad. Winner with 5 points, 1 night win, 3-match wins, and a differential of 6. And Ron Sargent right there behind him, the only two people that are actually tied so far, and the only thing that's separating those two guys is that 1 night win that Mike Carignan has in hand. But very similar performance, almost identical, so we'll be looking to see if those guys get to match up against each other tonight. Roberto sitting at a lovely 2 points, 0 night wins, 1 match win, a differential of -9. And then Justin Burke and Mark Rudge are 2 guys with no points up on the boards. They'll be looking to change that as we get going here in Week 4. So again, take a look at our Week 3 champ, Tom Curtin. Again, 6-1 run to the final there. Well, 6-1 run through the Week 3. Just nothing but solid, amazing, good quality darts from Tom Curtin. He has been putting in big scoring performances. He has been hitting his outs, and even when he falls behind quickly, or if he has those off legs, he always manages to come back and make a game out of it. So even if he's down and out, you really have to put in a lot of effort to bury him, and he is the guy that everyone is going to be chasing as we get into not only this week, but the remaining weeks of the regular season. Here are the 2 guys that we're going to be watching, getting things going tonight. Mark Rudge, again, looking to get some points on the board, and he has quite the tall task in front of him, taking on Tom Curtin, the Emperor that we've so proudly named him. I mean, his darts have been rather evil, sinister, scary. Even when he's right behind you, you can definitely feel his presence. You can feel the pressure. He is a tough operator. And Mark Rudge, he's going to have one tough task here. These guys are getting things going. They're just warming up their arms. I haven't started the PDC Bowl just yet. Again, if you're joining us for the first time here, we do things a little bit differently. It's not just straight 501 play. We do best of 3 sets, so 2 sets, and each set is going to be a best of 5 legs. Keeps things interesting, keeps things moving along. Also allows the opportunity for, well, comeback stories. If you're running behind by quite a few legs in straight leg play, get kind of disheartening, a little bit of a challenge. But with sets, there's a nice little reset there after the winner of the first one. You can mentally reset yourself, come back, give yourself an opportunity to, well, make a real run at it. We actually almost saw Tom Curtin get dethroned last week in the first round against Justin Burke. Justin, I believe, went 1 set clear, and Tom, I guess, awoke the inner beast. And, wow, I mean, we're just seeing the warm-ups right there, but a big 180 fired in warm-ups. Tom awoke that inner beast and just came roaring back to pip the match away from Justin. Justin's been playing some great darts. We hope to see him a little bit later on the streaming board. Just goes to show that here at the Worcester Premier League that all these guys are, well, they're serious darts players, and if you let anybody have an inch, they might just take a mile. And just watching Tom do his final bit of warm-ups there, getting it going. The scoring has been so consistent. Outs have been so consistent. In regards to the stats, he has been topping the charts. The only stat that he is not number one in is outs. Roberto Santos is leading the outs at an average out of 42.13, with Tom sitting at 38.49. So Berto, long-range operator there, 4 points clear of Tom. Tom's average over the past 3 weeks, absolutely stellar. Sitting at a first nine of 90.76, an average of a 79.53. If you were to take all of the games that he's played, distill it to how often that this man hits above 100, he's sitting at a 33%. That's frightening. That's scary. It's a toss-up between Joe and Ron for the other stats there, but we'll get to those guys if we can see them on the streaming board. We'll go over their stats a little bit later. Again, Tom is just, well, he's been the man to beat. We all thought it was Mike after that first week. Mike putting up a great performance in the finals against Tom Curtin. But ever since then, it's been the Tom train through and through. We'll see what Rudge can do, though. When he's on his game, he can play some fantastic, lovely stuff. We're hoping that we have, well, first row seat to some of the stuff that Rudge's capable of producing here. Looks like he's getting things ready on the tablet. Looks like they're just about ready to go. High five, handshake, fist bump. Solid single bowl for the PDC Bowl. Start. And Curtin's, he's electing to pull it. Saying you're too good. See what Tom can do. And he's outside, so Rudge will have the advantage of throw here as we get things going under week 4. We're all hoping that Rudge can score the first points of his WPL season here, starting off with a 45. Tom looking to hit another 180. He fired in warm-ups. Won't do that. Only firing in a 60. Still a good start, average start. The arm's just still warming up. Still a long way to go. Back-to-back 45s from Rudge. His arm's still getting very warmed up as well. And there's that almost patented Tom Curtin correction there. That first start going to the ones, finding the triple 20 with the second one. We've seen that time and time again where even if he misses a little wide, he does very well to correct and find his way home. Rudge struggling a little bit off the start here. Tom is just looking to punish. Might be a little bit of a blocker. Of course, it's not for Tom Curtin. Slipping into the ones there with that third. 81, still solid scoring. Pushing his average up to 74. And Rudge just struggling to find the 20-bit here. Does very well to find that trip 19 with the third. Might have liked to stay downstairs if the 20s continue to be, well, unfriendly for him at the start here. Two slips there from Tom Curtin, 62. Rudge might have a little sigh of relief knowing that, well, Tom's not completely running away. A big visit here will put him right back in the running. 59's a solid score there. 3 big number darts is sometimes all you need to regain a little bit of confidence. Rudge will do well not to be too hard on himself. It's only the first leg. Wow, big darts, big 1-3-1. From Tom Curtin firing in, just piling on the pressure here. Again, this is Rudge's throw. He's looking to defend and not get broken in this first leg. Might be a solid 100, only a 45. The angle was deceiving us there. Tom, 81 left. Won't go, but under no pressure from Rudge. Rudge still sitting at a 227 compared to Tom's 42. A little bit of a curious leave there, but again, under no pressure, can kind of do what he wants. Again, another 45 from Rudge. They're just not finding their way in. He's still got time on his side. 2 darts at 32. And it's found with that third dart. Tom Curtin breaking Rudge in the first leg. Already putting Rudge at a pretty big disadvantage here. The last person that you want to lose your throw to is Tom Curtin. Again, you give him an inch, he's going to take a mile. Let's see what he can do from the get-go. Looks like that third dart's in the 333. Indeed it is. Only 70 scored from Curtin. And Rudge. Just unlucky there. Big 5 from Rudge. Just unlucky. Looks like the flight caught that third one and carried its way into the ones. And Curtin just piling on the pressure. Will we see a 180? No, only a 121. Just outside on the wrong side of the wire there. Weird way to go about that. A triple 16 was found. Probably one of the weirder ways to get 60, but Rudge, solid darts. Again, when you're going up against, well, a player like Tom Curtin, his caliber in the opening round of any WPL week, just want to build upon positives, not focus on the negatives. Every player here is so skilled, so good. You won't do very well if you compound the negatives. You want to find every little thing to be hopeful about. Curtin, well, his darts are just doing the talking for him. Solid 99 fired in there. What can Rudge do? Trying to get out of the 400s here. Does very well. 77 scored. Again, his 19s seem to be a little bit stronger than his 20s. He might choose to stay down there. Rudge, Tom, loving the 20s, claiming them as his own right now. Solid 60 fired in from Mr. Curtin. Rudge, well, very far away, electing to stay up top. Solid 60. There's the 3 that Rudge was looking for. Again, build upon those positives. Want to build upon those positives. Don't want to get your head stuck in a dark place. So much more darts in front of you. 56, again, going after the big numbers. Doesn't have to do anything spectacular. Rudge just trying to hopefully hit a ton here to leave himself some semblance of an out. Won't find it. Does well to find the third, but not enough. And first dart for Tom. And just like that, after a few minutes of play, Tom Curtin's up 2 legs to nothing, looking to take this first set. And Rudge back on throw. Doesn't want to get, well, he can't get broken twice. Looks like he found the triple 16 with that third dart. Again, looks like the bottom of the board is choosing to be friendly towards him right now. Tom is just blowing up the top side of the board. Looks like a 100 fired in from Tom. One big 140 there, my bad. Angle of the camera makes it a little difficult to see. Solid start from Tom. Rudge choosing to stay downstairs. Just too many wild darts there going to the whole neighborhood instead of finding his way home, making a home of it. Tom's consistency has just been spectacular to watch night in, night out. His action is so smooth, and occasionally we'll see those slips, but it'll be very hard-pressed to see Tom walk away from a visit without finding at least one triple 20. And again, nothing's coming easy for Rudge, unfortunately. Bit of a tough match here right from the start for Rudge. Tom continuing to just pluck away. Solid 60 there. Looks like only 17 fired in from Rudge. He might be thinking about the next set. How can he mentally reset? Solid start from Tom. Big 95 again. Even though he may not find the whole bed every single visit, Tom Curtin certainly finding ways to produce big numbers. He'll take it any way he can get it. We're really rooting for Mark Rudge here. Really wanting him to find those numbers. Find that big scoring. There it is. Solid visit. Looks like 90 on the board. Oh, 100. My bad. Again, choosing to get those numbers in peculiar ways, but we don't really care how they come. We'll take them when they do. And a little bit of a rare sloppy visit from Tom Curtin. We don't see that too often, ladies and gentlemen. Again, Rudge in no position to punish here, but a bit of the shake of the head telling Tom Curtin off, saying, listen, I may not punish you, but I know that the only person really bothers you is yourself, Tom. Going upstairs. Won't find it. Can only set up here. And does well to leave himself 55. Marty, 217 remaining. Needs to put some pressure on Tom. Looking for a big ton plus. Just to the left. Just can't find that triple 20. It's so hard, so difficult for Rudge right now to find that. And again, only 27 fired in. Tom has his pick of the bunch here. Which way is he going to go? Looks like two at double 16. Double 8. And he doesn't find it. But again, Rudge sitting at a 190. He has no way to find his way out of this leg. Tom's going to have 3 more at 16. And again, I don't think that was a 7. A little bit of a score adjustment there. There we go, 79. Tom, how many will it take? Only the first one there. So Tom taking the first set in a convincing 3-0 fashion. 72.73 average. We're not even scratching the surface of what Tom is able to produce. A little bit of a tough set for Rudge there. We know he's capable of producing stellar darts. Sometimes it can just be a little tough to get going. And Tom just finding that triple 20 consistently over and over again. Solid 85 start. Rudge just looking to have a consistent 3, consistent release. Consistent toss of the darts, and again, only finding 45. Can't find all 3 in the triple 20. Sorry, the big 20 segment. Tom just hammering away on the scoring. My goodness. Big 119 fired in. And Rudge again, just looking for those straight darts. Can't find it. One's always managing to slip out. Slip its way out of the 20 segment. Going greeting the neighbors a little too often. And Tom. Again, finding 100. Said it time and time again. There are very few times when this man is not able to find a triple 20, triple 19. He's always walking away with big points. And just frustration setting in for Rudge. Unlucky, unfortunate. Rare triple-less find from Tom, only 59 scored, leaving himself 139 after 4 visits. Rudge struggling to get out of the 300s after 4. Again, head to the ceiling, just feeling frustrated. Really feel for Rudge here. He's got to remain strong, keep his head in the game. Tom under no pressure. A little bit of a sloppy visit there. Only 59, but he's just trying to long-range correct at this point. Again, another loose dart. 41 punched in. Tom, 3 darts at 80. Tried to go tops. Can't find it with that third one. Only 40 fired in. Was trying to be a little bit of a showman there, trying to go tops. Some people are convinced that's the way to go. I actually know quite a few people where can't argue against him. They'll tell you it's the way to go. Tom looking to punch his ticket out. Aiming for the moon here. Can he bring it down? And he brings it a little too low. Only finding the single 20. But again, Rudge just too far away. Just trying to have some consistent darts. And, well, 98's not a bad visit. It's the type of darts that Rudge can produce. But again, Tom just cruel. Cruel in his approach. Rudge finally hitting some good darts, and Tom, well, punching his ticket out. Rudge still has life, though. Do well to remind himself that he's still very much in this game. Finds the 83. Not a bad start. Tom looking to break, to put himself in a commanding position here in this set. Finds the triple 20. 85. Again, so reliable. Such a smooth customer on that triple 20 segment. Rudge only finding 30 there. Tough visit. Allowing Tom to creep back in and leapfrog over him here. Only a 70. Very manageable for Mark Rudge here. Again, in these types of situations, you just want to remind yourself that you're still in it. You're not out. Even though the darts are struggling to find their way to where you're looking, you're still very much standing, still have darts to throw. A big 180, big 140 can change your prospects in an instant. It's all dependent on what Tom throws here. It's going to be big, and it is. It's a big 140. Scoring power coming through once again. Tom just hammering on the pressure, and Rudge just trying to keep up. Only 43 punched in. Tom's going to be licking his lips, knowing that this set just might be his for the taking. This is going to be the one where he's going to be trying break. Finds another 100, leaving himself 106 after 4 visits. Solid scoring, solid darts from Tom. Rudge 303, what can he do? Looks like 57 fired in. Can't quite tell. 95 punched in. Did manage to find the triple. Can put some pressure on Tom if he doesn't take it out. 105 remaining. Try to go for that trip 19, but he's just disgusted with where that second one managed to fall. And even that one falling into the 4. Only a 12 visit there. Rudge still with a lot of life if he can knock this down. Rudge needs the triple. Can't find it. He's within range, though. Can produce some long-range magic that we know he's capable of finding. Looks like Tom's going to be setting up, laying up for an out. What can we see from Mr. Rudge? 151, asking to be taken out. From all of us, Mark. Come on. Can't find it. Only a 41 punched in, leaving himself 110. Tom, 3 darts at 40. Finds it with the second. It's in there. It's in the corner. And Tom Curtin speed running this opening round. Rudge finding a little bit of form here, but just might be too late. Tom on throw, looking to take this 2-0, just needs one more leg. If you're just tuning in now, this is the quarterfinal, so first round, week 4 of the WPL. Thank you very much for joining us. We're watching Tom Curtin take on Mark Rudge. Rudge looking for his first points of the season, but scoreboard is only showing despair. Tom Curtin not really being pushed too hard, but finding the darts, not taking too long to get out of the legs when he's getting close to an out. He's just kind of, well, doing his thing. 43 punched in. And Rudge looking to find some scoring magic here to throw the pressure right back on. Looks like only 45, yep. 45 indeed, and Tom, again, so focused. Finding that triple 20 so reliably. Looks like the flight pushed it up, so 83 in. Just doing very well to knock his score down. And Rudge, after 2 visits, looking to get out of the 400s. Going downstairs, can't find it with that switch. Might be a little rushed with that switch. Does very well when he takes his time on that third dart. Solid 80 punched in. Again, pressure right back on Tom. Neck and neck down the line here in this third leg. Solid 1-2-5 from Tom Curtin. Big darts. And again, Mark, as soon as he's producing, as soon as he fires in a big visit, Tom comes roaring back. Looks like only 66 punched in from Rudge. Was hoping for more after that first one found its way. And Tom just in the driver's seat, looking to cruise his way into an out here. Only 100, so he'll leave himself 1-2-6 after 5 visits. Rudge needs something big here. Needs more of that. Just underneath, needs a 140. Can't find it, blocked by his own flights. Only 85 punched in. Looks like the tablet's giving Rudge some problems there. Does well to punch that in. Tom, 1-2-6. Won't go. He'll look to set up, though. Can't find the setup shot. And he does very well to find that trip 16 with the third dart. Solid 86 punched in, leaving himself 40. Rudge in no position to challenge, but in position to put on some pressure. Elects to stay there. Takes the 85, and Tom looking to take this opening game 2-0. Just needs to find tops. How long will it take him? Not long at all. And Tom, demolition job of Mark Rudge here in the opening game of week 4. Didn't really see too much magic from Tom. Rudge just struggling to get going in that first set. Found himself on a blink of an eye way too far behind, and more of the same in the second set. You really have to feel for Rudge in that game. Tom just playing strong. His scoring power is so good. His outs so reliable. Again, when you're playing against a guy that, well, finds a triple 20 every single visit, you better be on your best game. You better be ready to punch in some big visits. And, well, Mark, he was able to display some big scoring there, but just wasn't enough to overtake Tom. And, well, with that, go over the other scores here before we jump to the music break here. The other games, we have Joe Ricard leading Roberto Santos 1-0. Joe firing at a big 77 average. Ron taking the opening set against Justin Burke. 62.9 to Justin's 57.03. And Nick Soldo currently behind, trailing Mike Carignan 1-0. Mike firing in a 67.73. So we may have some great matches ahead of us if the guys continue to be playing at the level that they are right now. We'll have to tune in just a little bit here. We'll be right back after this break. See you soon. And we're back. Thank you very much for joining us for Week 4 of the WPL Season 2. Some scoreboard updates here as we get into the second round. Eyeballing the second round, Ron Sargent was taking out, well, actually just finished his game, took out Justin Burke, 2-0. Tom Curtin, Mark Rudge, we saw the result of that. Tom taking out Mark convincingly in 2-0 fashion. Mike Carignan took Nick out 2-0 in a very, very close game. That final set there was, well, it was right down to the wire, but Mike finding it, and Joe Ricard took out Santos 2-0. So our semifinals are set. We will have Tom Curtin taking on Ron Sargent and Mike Carignan taking on Joe Ricard. Week 4, the WPL here. So let's go look over at the, wrong screen. Primary board, obviously the guys are taking a little bit of a break. From what I know, Joe and his lovely wife, Jen, have made dinner for everybody. So I think the guys are probably enjoying a little bit of a snack break. If you're tuning into the WPL first time, we like to keep things a little homey around here. Nothing says homey quite like a homemade meal. Again, I think we can see Tom Curtin in his green sweater there in the background. Can't see much of anything else. So anyway, going back to the bracket, Ron will be taking on Tom. Quick shout out to Ron Sargent. He actually finished a runner-up at the DPNE event this past weekend. I think he lost to Bruce Robbins in a very close game. Ron putting in the work. I know that Joe and Nick were there as well. Ron played some great darts, had some fantastic visits. But the Buffalo Bruce Robbins, well, I think we're all familiar with the caliber of darts that he's playing. A big shout out to Ron, finishing in second there. It's not a tough crowd. A lot of good players that show up to that event. It's good to see, again, the caliber of players that we have here. We expect these guys to be going to tournaments. We expect these guys to do well. And, well, what do you expect? Came in second. So we're going to take another music break, but we'll be right back with semifinal action as soon as the guys finish chomping on some dinner. Probably back in a couple minutes here. Thank you very much. See you soon. And we're back. Thank you very much for hanging in there with us. Now, there was a little bit of a break there between the first game and this one, but we're here. We can see the man himself, the man that everyone is looking to take out and gun down, Tom Curtin, warming up that cannon of an arm again. This time his opponent is going to be nothing but the dreamboat himself, Ron Sargent. Can't see the dreamboat in frame right now. Looks like Tom's just occupying the board, having his way with it as he looks to fire in some big scores. Looking like he's loving that 5. Playing slightly to the left cricket. Would have been a 4 mark on that 5. But yeah, Tom Curtin has been playing some wonderful darts, playing some stellar stuff. Looks like he's just getting in his final bit of warm-up there. And there's Ron. There's the dreamboat. As the rest of the guys would say, the specimen himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Ron Sargent. Again, big congrats on that second place finish at DP&E this past weekend. Playing some fantastic stuff. Again, we've come nothing to, well, don't expect anything less from the man. He is a fine operator of the arrows and more than a challenge for Tom Curtin. In fact, I don't think, now that I actually take a second to think about it, I don't think that we've seen Tom Curtin take on Ron Sargent here on the stream. So this might be a WPL stream board first. Again, knowing my brain and the commentator's curse that naturally exists out there, I'm probably wrong. But anyways, we're in for a treat if that is the case. Even regardless of the case, we're in for a treat. Looks like they're finishing up their final little bits of warm-up there. Tom not really needing to go downstairs too often, but when he does, he's been fighting, well, seems like the whole triple ring has been his friend these past couple of weeks. And Ron, you know what? We actually are wrong. We did see Tom take on Ron in the finals of what I believe was week 2. So Ron has a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. I know for a fact that he'll want this game over Tom. After the fact, Ron definitely a little hard on himself. Knew that he had that game. Did go up in the first set, I believe. And Tom, like usual, came roaring back. It's a good thing I doubted myself there. I had to think about it, forcing my brain to work. Looks like the warm-ups might be concluded. Looks like Ron's getting the game set up on the tablet. Indeed, he is. So we are just a few moments away from starting the semifinal game that we have the privilege of being able to watch tonight. Tom Curtin, Ron Sargent. Tom, first one up to the board. Outside. Red eye for Ron. And looks like we will see Ron defending his throw in the opening leg. Best of luck to both guys. We are in for a treat. If you are tuning in, this is Week 4 of Season 2 of the WPL. My name is Marty Martinez. Thank you very much for joining us. And here we can see Ron firing in a solid 60 to get things going for us in this semifinal. Solid start. And Tom comes roaring back again. More of the same from Tom. We had the privilege of seeing him take out Rudge in the opening game. Looks like a solid 140 fired in from Tom. Immediate pressure on the dreamboat. And Ron all over that triple 20 bed. Trying to find it. Can't find it. 2 60s in a row. And Tom has just been so reliable, so smooth. He's really found a home for himself in that red part of that 20. He's looking to keep coming home back to his spot, put his feet up on that couch and say, this is my place. Ron, you're going to have to do, well, a lot of work if you want to kick me out of my own home. Solid 100 fired in from Tom. Ron already finding himself pretty far behind after 2 visits. Needs to find a triple to keep up. Can't find it again. That's 3 visits of 60 in a row. Solid darts, consistent darts, but your opponent's, well, double your average after 2 visits. That's a little frightening. Again, finding another 100, doing very well to keep the pressure on. Tom realizing the task at hand. Ron, well, if you can't be spectacular, at least be reliable. And Ron is, well, right on the money in that regards. Looks like another 60 fired in. A little bit of a laugh from Ron Sargent. 4 60s in a row. Even Tom getting a bit of a chuckle. The Emperor can laugh. Tom already at an out. Will feel no pressure to try and take out the 161. Does very well to find that single bull. And Ron, well, if he gets another 60 here, that would be something. No, he's going to break his own streak. We'll try to find that triple 20. Can't find it. Looks like 43. Fired in from Mr. Sargent. Trying to get those engines on that steamer ship going. A dreamboat. Consistent darts, but we know he's capable of producing a lot more than a 56. And, well, ask and you shall receive. 56 fired in from Tom Curtin, leaving himself 40 after 5. Great darts, great setup. And Ron just struggling to find anything in this opening leg. A little bit of bad luck. Whoever's been taking the bull has, well, found his despair in the opening leg against Tom. Doesn't find it with that second. Trying to go downstairs, and he can't find it either. 2 wires, and he'll leave himself 10. Ron still not at an out. Will do very well to put some pressure on this visit, though. Can't find much of anything. Only another 60. We've seen him fire in those 60s time and time again. Tom trying to find that. Complete the 10. Can't find it. Going back to the madhouse, and this might be the one weakness that we've seen of Tom is if he fails to get out early, well, he might flounder a little bit to get out at all. And this leaves a big opportunity for Ron to put some pressure in. Won't find the triple 19 to leave himself the bull. I'll have to do a little bit of math here. Might go to the tablet to punch it in. Electing to just fire away. Good visit. Not a bad visit regardless of what his face suggests. Tom leaving himself 2. Ron correcting his math. That's right. That's correct. 39 plus 25. Ron, we believe in you. There you go, Ron. He's figured it out. Tom, 3 darts at double 1. Can he find it? And he can in the first dart. Again, struggles his way around the outer ring of the board, but when he really focuses up and only has one place left to go, well, he punches out. He's going to have to punch right back in because he's now on throw here, breaking Ron in the opening leg. And a big start here from Tom. Solid 180 fired in from Tom Curtin. Big darts. Again, those are the type of darts that Tom is capable of producing, and Ron will look to follow with something big of his own, but second dart just finding his way outside. Does very well to find that trip 19 with the third. Solid 80 on the board, but 100 points shy of his opponent's opener. Tom looking to follow. Another. There's 2. Oh, Oh, we won't see the back-to-back 180s. No 9-darter. You can hear the crowd booing in the background. Solid darts, solid start from Mr. Curtin. 180, 140, huge darts. Leaving himself 181 after 2 visits in Ron. Well, 80 is not a bad way to get things going, but already well behind in this leg. The only thing that Ron will be happy about is knowing that, well, this isn't on, well, it's not on his throw. He doesn't have to worry about getting broken with a huge leg of darts. But he will be thinking about being down 2 legs to nothing this first and opening set. Looks like 90 punched in from Tom. Can't quite tell with the way the camera is, and I was correct. 91 after 3 visits, and Ron looking at 340. What can Ron do here? Built a little bit of a wall for himself on those 20s and did very well to find his way over into the triple 18. 94 punched in. Tom looking to take out 91. Finds the first. Can he find tops? Just a little low. And he can't find double 10 again. We've seen this from Tom occasionally where he gets himself so far out, doesn't have the pressure of needing to find it. Sometimes we can see him struggle to get out easy. Ron looking to put some pressure on this visit. Finds the 2 triple 19s. Big darts there. 117 scored in by Ron. And Tom finding his way around the houses again. Finds it with the second. Won't go back down or have to correct. Tom already looking at a 2-leg advantage here in this opening set. Ron needs to find something. Get this game going. Again, not daunting. That's the beauty of set play, is that even though you get potentially 3-0'd, things reset after the, well, 3rd leg is achieved. Don't have to worry about getting buried. Tom, more of the same. Just trying to keep that scoring going, keep the party going. If the music's playing, only 45 punched in. Not the start that he would have wanted, but again, slow starts or not, he's always a threat. He'll come roaring back on the next visit. Ron following with a 45 of his own. Just can't seem to, well, really get comfortable here on the 20 segment. Good 10 points off of his average in the previous game. And Tom just, again, leisurely doing his thing, throwing his darts. Finding his way to the board, finding his way to the triples when he needs to, and Ron looking to punch in a big visit. Can he find another? I'd like to go downstairs to the 19s. 99 punched in. Not a bad visit at all. Tom, 82 points behind. Looking to find a triple here to keep things interesting. Finds it. Can't find the other one, but a solid 100. The chase is on. Looking to run Ron right down the board. The Dreamboat. Looking to find 2 more of those. There's another. Can he fill it up? Oh, just wide. Only a 125 scored. Was looking for the big 180. Can't quite find it. But that's the Ron Sargent that we know. That's the Ron Sargent that was so scary on the board. And that's the guy who came runner-up in DP&E against another frightening opponent in Bruce the Buffalo Robbins. Ron, what can he do? Keep things interesting. Keep things moving. Going to try and go downstairs here at the trip 19. Can't find it, 59. He'll leave himself 118. Tom working from 224. Finds a triple. Will like to fill it up if he can. Won't. Staying there for the solid 100, leaving himself 124. Ron, which way is he going to go here? Finds the triple 20, 18. Finds the 18, tops. Oh, just a little low. Missed it by that much, he says, with that display. That would have been something magical if we were to see a big ton plus out like that from the Dreamboat. 104. Can't find the trip 18. Slipping into that triple one segment. Does very well to find that 25. And Ron, these are the type of opportunities, the gimmies. Got to take the gimmies. Will he find it? Just outside. And he finds it with the second. He is laughing. He knows. Got away with one there. Does very well to put his name on the scoreboard. 2 legs to 1. Tom not worrying about too much, knowing that Ron was defending his throw there. Already has a break on him. Now that he's going first, Tom is looking to fire away. It looks like only 100 punched in, but still a great start. And when Tom really gets going, he feels that pressure. He's a hard man to stop. That flywheel, once it gets spinning, it's not slowing down. Only a 60 fired in from Ron. If you just tuning in now, Ron fired in about 4 or 5 60s in a row in the opening leg of this match. I'm looking for the 180. Tom, and he finds the big 180. 2 180s, a little bit of grimace from Tom Curtin saying, give me that 180. Solid darts. And Ron shaken by that 180. Can't find it, all over the triple 20 bed. Oh, can't find the bullseye either. Curious choice, going for the bull. Might just be thinking about the next set. Tom firing just some spectacular darts. 80 already on the board. Might switch. Chooses not to. 100 fired in, leaving himself a 1-2-1. Well, after 2 visits, Ron trying to get something going. There's one. Can't find the second. Does well with that switch to keep it into the big 18 segment. 98 punched in, but again, your opponent's already down to an out after 3 visits. A little disheartening there. Ron probably focusing on the next set, what he can do better. We'll take comfort in knowing that he's playing a lot better than how he started this set off, but again, a little bit of discomfort knowing that you're already 1 set down in a race to 2. Solid start there from Ron. 2 darts in from Ron. And he finds the big 180 of his own. Getting his name on the 180 board for this game. Solid darts, big pressure. Looking for another 16. Oh, Tom busting his score. Accidentally finding that triple. And Ron licking his lips in the back going, oh my gosh, a chance. I can't believe it. He's even asking Tom, are you sure you busted? You sure you busted? That's right, 48 plus 16 equals 64. Yep, Ron. He's figuring it out. He's here. He's got it. And Ron laughing, knowing, well, maybe I should be looking at the board. 1-2-8. What can Ron do? He's capable of producing these big ton-plus outs. Will he do it here? 110 remaining. Needs 60 for a bullseye out. Can't find it. Way too high on that second one. And a little bit of a throwaway dart on that third. 39 punched in. Not doing very well to leave himself handy. Tom, another crack at 64. What can he do? 21. 64 seems to be a little bit of kryptonite here. 43 remaining. There's the 11 for double 16. Just a little high. Shake of the head. No wag of the finger there for Tom Curtin. Just a shake of the head. Ron working with 89. Electing to go 20 bull. Oh, trying to go the triple 18 there, but can't find it. 20 might have been better choice there. Leaving himself that third dart in case you miss. Curious, but it leaves himself 40. Tom, hoping to not struggle, wants to get out of here, right now. And he does with that first start. Another quick set here. Ron only finding his way into 1. Tom taking a 1-set-to-nothing advantage over Ron Sargent. Ron, a little slow out of the start. Finding his darts as that set went along. But Tom is just not missing. Ruthless, aggressive on those doubles. But we did see an inkling what's been bothering him these past couple of weeks when he starts going around the houses. always finds himself back at the bottom of the board on double one. He'll look to clean that up as he tries to take the second set over Ron. Looks like there's a little bit of a scoreboard issue there, but they've got it resolved. Just chit-chatting up. Again, a little bit of a scoreboard update here while we wait for these two guys to get going. Mike Carignan, Joe Ricard, firing in one. It's an absolute heater of a game. No sets yet, but they're tied 2-2. In the opening set there, Mike sitting at a 113 average of that fifth and deciding leg, and Joe sitting at an 81. Amazing darts from both guys. Update you guys as soon as I have a final result of that opening set in just a moment here. Solid darts from both guys. Tom will certainly have his... Tom or Ron, my bad, will have their work cut out for them, whoever advances here. Looks like Tom's getting things going underway again in his second set. Finding that triple 20. Took a little bit of a detour on that triple 5, only punching in 90. And Ron, what can he do? Wanted to get off to a solid start here. Trying not to find another 60. Wants to find a triple. Only another 60 punched in. Again, there's worse things that you can do than be consistent. And those are 3 consistent straight darts. Tom, just looking to keep the pressure on, keep hammering away. Again, walking away from each visit with a triple. So hard, so tough to do. And Ron just going, oh my gosh, how do you do it? How do you find a triple in every visit? What's the sauce? What's the secret? Love to see the good banter between the two guys. Again, everybody here at the WPL, good friends, good buddies. It's not only about being the best, but being the best to be around. Just kind of wish that these guys would keep the game moving here, Ron. We love you. I want to see you throw some darts at the board here, buddy. Might have to go downstairs with my cattle prod and tase these guys to keep things moving. We got a schedule to keep, gentlemen. Of course, that's a joke. They don't let me have a cattle prod after the first week. Ron, well, in a little bit of a struggle here, a little bit of a battle. Scoreboard update. Mike taking the first set over Joe Ricard on the other board. 1-0. Wow. Going all the way in that opening set. Mike firing in at 84.67. Joe firing in at 82.36. So some stellar darts over on the other board. Due to some technical challenges that we had in the previous week, we don't have a second board up, but keep you guys updated the best I can. Ron getting things going. Firing in a 70. That second one found its way in, but the third, well, was missing its buddy, missing its friend. Wanted to give it a nice little hug. A little bit of a wry smile there. He knows he's capable of producing great darts, and wow, ask and you shall receive. 140 fired in from Tom. Just stellar. Just so hard to produce consistently great darts like that over long format games. Tom has just been doing himself all the favors here. Finding it again so easily. Can't find the switch. 99 punched in, but still a great visit. Ron, well, needs to find a big visit here. Another 180 perhaps. 140 will do just fine as well. Can't find it. We'll look to get 100. Can find the switch downstairs to the 19s. Only walking away with that visit with 47 in hand. Tom working at 90. 25 scored. Finds the 60. A little bit of a math correction there. Found the other 25 to leave himself 40. Solid setup shot. That would have been quite the out if he hit it. Unlucky deflection there for Ron. Only 80 punched in. Leaving himself, 78 punched in. The camera angle was, couldn't quite see it. Tom trying to get out with 40 here. Finds it with that second. Off to a flying start here in the opening leg of the second set. And Ron, 201 points back, not even at an out. Look to pick up the pace, knowing that, well, his game might be coming to an end if he can't find something to stop Tom. More of those would do nicely. Does very well to get off with a 100, though. Tom taking aim. Wants to take aim a little bit better than that. Maybe a little higher. Likes to go lower. Can't find the switch. Only 40 punched in. Ron, a little bit of a reprieve here. Wants to continue running. If Tom gives you these chances, you got to sprint. Ron knows that. Well, better than a lot of guys after playing with him so many times over the past couple of weeks. Only 58 scored there by Ron. Tom finding a triple 20, it looks like. Going scatter shot across the board there. Looks like 68. No, 23. Can't find it. And Ron, golden opportunity to keep things moving along here. Does very well to find that trip 19. 97 scored. Ron taking these opportunities and, well, taking big bites out of that score. Tom electing to just take little nibbles right now. Can't find the triple 20. Triple 20 might be turning in favor of Mr. Sargent. Ron all over it, but just not finding a home there. And Ron, more of those, please. Can't squeeze in a second. Only 100, but 100's just good enough, leaving himself 146 after 4 visits to the board. And Tom, there you go. If he had not found a triple 20, that would have been cause for some serious concern, but does well to find it. Ron working with 126 remaining after that first start. Looks like a single 12, so 32. Punched in so far from Mr. Sargent. Can't find the 18 switch. Only 36 scored, leaving himself 110. But Tom's still very far away. Choosing to stay there. Looks like he finds the 140. He does. And just like that, he's right back into this leg. He's at an out. A big ask for sure, but certainly within Tom's wheelhouse. Ron struggling to find it. Doing well not to toss that dart there, but frustrating visit for sure. Knowing that Tom's creeping his way back in, only 40. Will leave himself 70. Tom looking to go trip 20, trip 19, double 19. Can't find the 20. A little bit of chirp to himself there, realizing that he was so close. Looks like he finds 85. Indeed he does, and Ron looking to take out the 70 here. Might be feeling a little bit of nerves with 70 left on his plate. What can Ron do here? We know that these outs are more than capable for Ron. It's not a tough ask, but the pressure he's feeling, he needs to take it here. 60 remaining, single 10 scored. Finds the big 20, tops. Oh, just too high. Almost hit the number ring with that one, and Tom is going to have the exact same look. What can he do? Finds the trip 10. And he finds tops in 2 darts. You can see the sheer grimace on his face. That one felt good for Tom. Not really too emotional, Mr. Curtin. when he takes out a clutch visit like that, but you can tell it means a lot to him. And just like that, Ron, not playing a bad game, but Tom playing on another level tonight. Looking to do more of the same, looking to cruise his way into the finals here. Just one more leg will punch his ticket to, well, another final. I think he's made every single final of the WPL Season 2 so far. Only 41 points punched in right there. Can't discount Ron, though. Still a lot of darts to play. Still has life. Looking to do more of the same there. Oh, fill it up. Come on. And he just can't quite find it. 1-2-5, not a bad start. Those are the type of darts that Ron wants to be carrying to every single visit. Tom finding a 1. Finding a single 20. Can't find the triple. They're only 41, so a little bit of breathing space for Ron. As we get going underway in this leg here. Score update. Joe is climbing back against Mike Carignan. He's 2 legs up the second set, so we may be seeing a tie game over there. Give you guys more updates as soon as they come through. Ron doing very well to push himself in front in this leg. Tom just not being able to find the triple 20. Ron has to take advantage of this. If he can get going here, find a leg, find some life, find some momentum, that would be worth its weight in gold. What can Ron do? Well, hopefully not more of those. Needs to find a triple. 20 scored. Can't find the triple 20. Only 40 punched in. Tom looking to catch back up. He'll enjoy that poor visit from Ron, knowing that he has some work to do, but, well, those darts just aren't going to do. Ron's still very much ahead in this leg. Looks like it's just low. Ron just all over the triple 20 bed, clapping his hands in disgust, wondering why they just won't go in. And Tom, working with 314, still a long ways back. No out for Ron, but another triple 20 will put some big pressure on him. And just to the side, a little bit of deflect action going on with those flights. Unlucky there. And Ron trying to lay up for, well, leaving himself a nice out. That'll do nicely. 116 remaining. Looks like 96 left. Another trip 20. Be very nice. Choosing to go for the trip 18. That's the risk that you run when you make that switch, and unfortunately it just doesn't go Ron's way. Tom still a ways back. Needs to find a big score here to put some pressure. One more of those. And he finds the pressure. The big 140 punched in by Tom. And just like that, when you count him out, all of a sudden he's back in front. Ron needs to take this 93, you feel. Finds the trip 19, looking at double 18. And he finds it with the second. Solid darts there from the Dreamboat. Big take, big out. Right when needed it too. He's not done yet. He's not dead yet. He has a lot of darts to go and a lot of darts to display for us, ladies and gentlemen. That was a clutch take by Ron Sargent. And just like that, we've got a game on our hands. Ron trying to get going with some gusto here. Needs to find the triple 20. Does very well to do so. 100 punched in. Tom might be a little upset. Might be a little mad at himself that he let that go. Got so far behind. We saw that in week 1 where some slow starts came out to haunt him. Only 85, and I say that only 85. Still a solid start, though. Ron, just more of the same will do nicely. If he can fire in hundreds every single visit, that would be wonderful. Another 60. Solid darts. Consistent. Straight darts. Nerve-wracking to play against caliber player that is Tom, so keeping those darts straight is a wonderful sign for Ron. His mental game is still very strong. Tom only finding 60. Just like that, Ron. Can't quite find it. Can't keep it straight. Only 41 punched in. Tom will be thrilled that that third one from Ron didn't find its way in. Will we see a brutal punish? And we do. Solid 140 punched in by Tom Curtin. Huge punishment for Ron for that missed dart. Ron needs to fill it up, you feel. Go for it, Ron. Come on. Can't find the 180, but the 140 will do just nicely. Solid answer, leaving himself an out. And Tom working with 206, 186 now. Looks like 166. Does very well to find that ton. Only 85, my bad. The camera angle got me. Ron, what can he do with 160? Another one of those. Just low. Frustration on Ron's face. Knows he would have liked to have grabbed or at least have a shot at it. Does very well to hit that trick shot. 120 fired in, leaving himself 40. Great darts from Ron Sargent there. Not the approved way to go, but he gets there nonetheless. Needs the trip 17. Finds it. Oh, no bullseye. Missed it by that much, he says. By a mile, measurements say. Ron, 3 darts at tops. Realizes how big of a visit this is. Can he find it? 3 darts in hand. All double 20. Moving on to double 10. And he finds it with the second, and we have a game on our hands. Ron's come all the way back. 2 legs down in this set to force it to a deciding winner-take-all leg. Ron's playing for his life here. Little eager to get off the line. Tom laughing at him. Tom will be defending his throw. Ron will have to break in this tiebreaker leg. Tom firing in a solid 99 to get things going. Ron has to find a big visit or risk falling behind right off the start. Wants the triple 20. Chooses to go downstairs, but can only find 59. Still does very well to find those big segments. Tom, just more of the same. More triples. Can't find it, just over. Knows how close that was, too. That third dart was so close to dropping in. Ron wants to find something. Guys, has to find something, you feel. Needs to drop it in. Can't squeeze it right in the middle. Only 60, but again, wow, so close, both guys. I feel like these darts are just a little nervy. And that first big visit from Tom, well, wait a minute. Won't find the big 180, but 140. Solid darts there. Solid visit from Tom, and all of a sudden, Ron, a lot of pressure to find a big visit. And that just won't do. Can't find the switch either. A little bit of a shock there from Ron. Right when he needs it, it abandons him. Tom looking to set up from 202. Finds the triple 20 again. Oh, will we see a big visit here? Wanted to go for the bull, but does very well to find that single bull. 145 punched in. Tom, no mercy. This deciding leg, and Ron might just be resigning himself to his fate. Only 65, and, well, no pressure on this 57 from Tom. The only enemy that he has right now in this moment is himself. Needs to be clinical. Has to take it out. 2 at tops. And there it is with the second dart. Clinical take from Mr. Curtin. And Ron doing very well to come back. Put some pressure on Tom to finish that set off, but alas, not the result that Ron was looking for. Still did very well to come all the way back from a 2-leg deficit, but Tom on another level tonight. Playing some strong darts. Go to the other boards to give you guys a quick update again. After some technical problems that we had in the previous week, we do not have a secondary board, so we only have this board we're looking at right here. It is tied 2 sets, well, 1 set apiece. Mike Carignan, Joe Ricard getting that third and final set underway. Some really impressive darts from both guys. If I can figure out a way to put that scoreboard up for you guys to enjoy, I'll try and do that for you. Encourage you guys to follow along on dartconnect.tv. You can find us at the Worcester Premier League Week 4 on Dart Connect. In the meantime, if you want to engage with our socials, again, encourage you guys to follow Sure Shot Darts on YouTube and follow our page on Facebook and Worcester Premier League. Until we have the next game up and ready for you guys, we're going to be going back to a music break. Thank you again for tuning in. We'll see you guys very shortly. Welcome back to the Worcester Premier League. It is time for the final. And we have, well, there's one of our finalists right there, Tom Curtin. He has had I wouldn't say easy road to the final here, but he hasn't really shown us every tool in his toolbox, every trick up his sleeve. He'll be facing off against, well, a rematch of Week 1, Mike Carignan. Mike Carignan took it almost, well, not all the way, but that opening set that he and Joe had was quite the heater. Both guys averaging well into the high to mid-80s in that opening set, but Mike found his way through in that second set, took it out 3-1, playing to the standard that we know that Mike is capable of. A little bit of a struggle these past 2 weeks for Mike, but he's still one hell of a player, and he's going to be looking to show us, well, hey, Tom, you've been borrowing my spot for the past 2 weeks, but I'm coming back from my seat, buddy. So again, both players going through their warm-up routine, getting their practice shots in, having a lot of fun. Looks like it's a great time down there, talking to the other players, just hanging out, having a good time. Again, if you're just joining us live, this is Week 4 of Season 2 of the WPL. My name is Marty Martinez. Thank you very much for tuning in. On behalf of both myself and all the players, we appreciate your support. Appreciate you hanging out with us week after week here. Just love just hanging out with you guys. So yeah, we'll give the players a couple more minutes to warm up. It'll be quite easy to tell when they're ready to do the PDC Bowl, determine who's going to go first. And we will, well, see what these guys are made out of. Again, Tom has just been playing some phenomenal darts. Mike playing some phenomenal darts as well. Mike actually is right there on all of the leaderboards stats-wise. Fourth in average leader, 69.37 is his average over the past 3 weeks. Not including this week, obviously. We haven't recorded those stats yet. Sitting at a 21% ton-plus percentage. That means 21% of the time he's hitting over 100. He's the third in out leaders at 36.92 is his average finish. And fourth in first nine is 73.83. Again, you're going to have to do well to find some, well, the upper echelons of his play if he wants to take out Tom. We know he's capable of producing some phenomenal darts, but Tom, again, owning the tops of all of those stats I just mentioned, except for outs, where Roberto still reigns supreme, but that might change after this night. We've seen some phenomenal takes from Tom Curtin. He'll be looking to rack up some wonderful takes here in this final against Carignan. Looks like they're getting their final rounds of warm-ups in, practicing those shots on the bull. Again, nothing but all smiles. These guys love hanging out with each other. These guys love playing darts. Every Monday is always a good time. That's exactly what we want here at the WPL. Looks like they're just about ready to get going. Tom punching in what he needs to on the tablet there. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a final on our hands. Thank you very much again for joining us, tuning in, supporting us. And looks like Tom's away. He will be the first to throw at the bull. What can he do? Finds the red bit. Pulling it out. What can Carignan do? Can he follow? Can only find the single. And Tom will be defending his throw right off the gate. Has the advantage. We'll have to utilize it. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Tom versus Mike. Who's going to walk away? The winner of Week 4. We'll find out shortly here. Tom firing in a big 140 statement opener from the Emperor himself, and Carignan, under immediate pressure here, realizes that he has to get going if he wants to keep up. Not finding a triple, but those are 3 consistent straight darts there. All over that triple 20 bit. Tom finding his way into the ones. Meandering. Can't find anything there. A little bit of a, well of a let-off there. Even Mike's laughing a little bit, going, hey, wait a minute, that's not the Tom that I know. I'll take it, though, every day of the week, every Monday of the month. And it looks like Mike's electing to unwillingly follow. Does very well to correct, but stays in the ones. 22 punched in. After a flyer of a start, both guys taking a little bit of a little breather. Rest stop. Got a lot of darts in front of them. Don't want to blow them all in the first couple of visits. Tom does very well to find that 100, punching in a solid score, knocking his score down to 250. Mike's still in the 400s, looking to get out here. At least in the high 200s if he can find a triple 20. Oh my goodness, right there. And he just can't find the red bit. Those are 3 on top. Why go in the house when you can stargaze on the roof? Tom just going right in. Another 140 punched in by Tom. Big visits, big darts. And again, no slow starts here. Mike, a little bit of a slow start, 47.33. Tom, 97, almost 98 average. Sitting at 110 after 4. And Mike finally finding a triple there. Does very well to find that, hanging in there. Looks like 83, 82. No, 83 punched in. 83. 81, my bad. It's late here, ladies and gentlemen. We've been watching darts, playing darts for a good couple hours here. That's why we have a calculator built into Dart Connect so we can do the math. The computer can think for us. Tom, will he look for the triple 20? Going for the trip 18 instead. And he finds the big double 18. Wow, 110 take from Tom Curtin. No time wasted. 100.2 average opening leg. Frightening stuff from Tom Curtin. And Mike under immediate pressure to look and answer, but he'll have some solace in knowing that that wasn't a break. That was Tom defending his throw again. If you are going to get, well, blown out of the water by 100 average, you want it to be on the other guy's throw. Tom looking for more of the same, wants to find another, does find another big 140. Tom, wow, no wasting about. Following the 100 by Mike Carignan very well. And those 5s are going to be ever so punishing unless he can find another triple 20 to make up for it. 85 is not a bad visit. Pushing the ball in front of Tom, but Tom, wow, right there. So reliable at finding that triple 20. Finding both neighbors and finding it right in the middle. Does very well to correct. Not too far off with those first 2 darts and does very well to split the middle. And again, Mike just hitting the 1 there right on the edge. Needs to make those ever so small adjustments and corrections. Overcorrected there. Puts it into the big 20. Does well to keep it straight, though. And Tom looking to keep on knocking it down. Big bites, big chunks. Oh, will he fill it up? A solid 180 fired in. Big darts from Tom Curtin. And again, the gravy train's just continuing to pour, baby, pour. Tom is just playing phenomenally right now, and Mike just struggling to keep up. What can he do? Can't find another triple 20. Shake of the head. Some frustration early on from Mike Carignan. Really needed another triple there to at least keep it close, and Tom, after 3, already at 103. Working with 83. Finds the trip 17. And he finds the double 16. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, this is some phenomenal stuff that we're seeing from Tom. That is 2 100-plus average legs back-to-back, sitting at a 111.3 for Tom. No messing about. He does not want to lose this night, and ladies and gentlemen, these are some stellar darts that we are witnessing. Can't find the triple, only walking away with 60. And again, the grimace, the disgust that Tom has when he can't find that triple. Mike, what can he do? He's still alive in this set. Still plenty of room to work with. Those deflections just frustrating him right now. And he can't find the switch either. A bit of a sloppy third, finding its way into the big 7. And Tom just continuing to hammer away. Finding another 140. When everything's going right, wow, everything just falls into place. And Mike trying to get the pieces assembled here. Would love to have another solid 100 visit. Went a little bit high on that last one, but he does very well to find the ton. Tom, what can he do? 301. Finding his way outside of the neighbor. Does very well to correct. Again, another visit where he just squeaks in another triple. We've already seen many times tonight. It's very rare when he walks away from a visit and doesn't find a triple. Mike looking to fill it up here. Just high on that second. Elects to stay and gets blocked by the flight. Another ton. Keeping it close. Keeping it within earshot. But not the score that he could have had. Just a little bit of luck went his way. Tom. Firing in another 100. Wow. You can see a little bit of a smile on Tom's face developing as he's hitting almost everything that he wants every time he comes up to the board. Mike working with 273. What can he do here? Another one, another shake of the head. Can't find the triple either, just underneath. And after 4 visits, Tom, 116 remaining. Will we see 3 ton-plus takes? We still have it, 36 left. And another 116 take. Wow. 3 legs just like that. All 3 legs, ton-plus outs. Tom is having an absolute heater of a game. And Mike, what can you do? You show up to a final. Look at the average difference right now, 107.36 to 66.58. Mike, by our standards, is not playing bad darts at all, but Tom operating on another level. Mike firing in a good ton. Again, this is the mental strength part of darts. Mike will have to mentally reset. It's a new game. New game board. Pieces all move back to their original spots. Right back at the start, but Tom just keeps it going. Another 140 fired, and that's got to be about 5 or 6 from Tom, and Mike's just laughing, going, hey, guys, reset the robot here. Playing against Dart Connect level 500 right now. Would love to drop it back to level 10. Disappointing 5 from Mike. Looking to correct. That 1 is going to do him no favors. Does very well to find that third. Plugging in 66. And the robot walking up to the board here. Just low on that first. A little bit of an error there. Computational errors, it seems, but he does manage to find 1. Looks like the engineers are dialing down Tom to a more reasonable level of play. Mike trying to squeeze in some big visits to catch back up. Only 55 punched in, dropping it down to 280. Tom, 278, still in front, just by a hair. Finding the triple 20 again. Only 100, even Tom, knowing that he could have gotten away with a little bit more, but got blocked by the flight. Still very gettable, still very possible for Carignan to come back in front. And that first is just so frustrating when that first is so close yet so far. We've all experienced that. And these darts just going haywire, unfortunately, not finding the triple 20. Big let off there for Tom. More or less has, well, an extra visit in hand now. Will he need it, though? Can he find? He does find the trip 18. Big 94 punched in. Leaving him 84 after 4 visits. Great darts from Tom. Mike not being a slouch either. Needs to find a triple to keep things interesting. Can't find the triple either. 192 after 5. Tom, 84 with only 4 visits to the board, leaving himself 64. Tried to go trip 16, can only set up. Does very well to set up. 52 punched in, will leave himself double 16. And Mike, again, 192, no out. Can only set up from here. Can he leave himself something handy? Again, just the wayward dart into the other neighbor's yard. Frustration again for Mike Carignan. Tom looking to take out 32. Just inside on that first one. Just outside on the second. And he finds it, pins it with the third. 32 take and 3 darts. And again, look at that average, 100.2. Mike not playing bad. The average not really representative. Tom's just, well, the engineers have had to tweak his head a little bit and drop him back down to a reasonable number, but he might be writing his own programming right now. Will he fill it up? No, but another 140. Add that to the stack there, Mr. Curtin. 140s are starting to overflow. And Mike looking to get something on the board here. Needs to find a triple to keep up. Only 60, but that's 3 straight darts. He'll be pleased with that. Again, the 1s and 5s have been causing him a lot of problems. Tom just continuing to hammer away. 100 punched in, but again, the flight pushing that dart up. Could have easily been a 140. Carignan. Again, finding his way into the 1. Does well with that switch. Not a bad visit. 21 with that third one. 24 and 57. 81 scored. Keeping things a little close, but still plenty of space for Tom. Just again looking to do more of the same. Again, finding it and finding it again. Another 140. What can you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is tough. Mike has to find a big visit to try and keep himself in this. Otherwise, in a blink of an eye, he might be down 2 legs to nothing. Needs another triple. Only find the 5. Again, frustration. A little bit of anger there from Carignan. Just darts not listening, not following where he's looking. Will he go for the trip 17? Tried to find it. A bit of a sloppy visit. He's human, ladies and gentlemen. He is not a robot. Tom Curtin still bleeds like the rest of us. Mike looking to fill it up. Just pushed wide. Does very well to nearly drop that in for 2 in the triple bet, but only 85 scored, no out. Tom, 3 at 83. Was looking to go trip 17. Can't find the correction. Can only set up. Again, not a bad visit. Again, no pressure. Doesn't have to go for anything big. Only 43 punched in. Mike working with 190. Needs to find a triple. Would really love a triple here. And again, the flight just pushing it up. That is an unlucky dart. Unlucky third, ladies and gentlemen. Tom looking at tops. Just high. Just low, going down. And he finds it with the third again. No mercy, no remorse. Carignan eyeballing a rather quick defeat here unless he can really turn on the afterburners and find something, anything, to stop Tom Curtin from marching away with this 4th night. Solid 60, 3 straight darts. Again, we'll take those. Tom taking his time, eyeballing that triple 20. Finds it in the end. 100 punched in. Saying to Mike, you're going to have to do a lot better than that if you want to keep up with me. Mike immediately responding with a good first. Does very well to eyeball that switch. You could tell with his eyes there. Even though he couldn't find the triple, that's still a great idea. Those flights have been so cruel to him with deflecting into the 1s and 5s. The switch approach is paid off in spades there, especially with the 100 followed by Tom. Mike needs to produce more of the same. Just low. Does very well with that third to find the 100. Again, keeping things interesting, pushing the ball forward, staying in front, Tom. Has the pressure now to produce. Well, that first one does him a lot of favors. Second one just low. The third one, another 140. How many 140s has this man hit in this game? Carignan, his opponent staring down and out, has to keep steady, has to put it together. That's a great start. Probably switch, might stay. Elects to stay very wisely. 140 punched in, 103 remaining. Tom with a big take, 161. This would be fantastic. It won't go. Does very well to find that single bull in the third, but Mike Carignan, rare opportunity in this game, would you believe it? 103 after 4 visits. That's the level of play and the standard that Mike has been up against here. Where this is a rare opportunity. Can't find the first. 84 remaining. Can't find the second. 64 left. Can't find a triple of either 8 or 16, so not the type of setup that he would have wanted, but he does bring it close. And Tom looking at 96 for the night. 76 remaining. We'll stay there. Can't find it. Having to leave himself 40. Only 56 scored. And Mike, this has to go to keep his dreams alive of potentially taking night 4. Finds the 16. Readjusting, recalibrating. And just low on tops. Can't seem to find it, and you feel that Tom, 3 darts at 40, he's not going to let this slip. And he finds it with the second, and ladies and gentlemen, your Week 4 winner, Tom Curtin, with a stellar performance of 94.93. What a game. What a display. What a performance that we have been able to witness. That first set, unbelievable. 3 back-to-back-to-back legs of ton-plus outs. Even Joe can't believe it. Looks like they're looking at the Dark Connect summary. What can you do, ladies and gentlemen? You just play one of those games where your opponent just doesn't miss anything. Unfortunately for Mike Carignan, in this game, not missing anything literally means not missing a single thing. And that man himself will be quite pleased with the performance he's punched in. Mike scoring some big points, keeping himself in the top 3 race. And, well, that just about does it for us. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure to commentate over these games. We apologize again for the technical difficulties that we experienced last week. That's why we don't have the second board up. That's why we had longer breaks this week. We'll look to have that resolved for next week. But if we look at the brackets here, again, looking at the bracket, quick summary of the games that happened tonight as I get my notebook out. Again, Ron took out Justin Burke, the opening round. We got to see Tom 2-0 Mark Rudge. Mike Carignan took out Nick Soldo, and then Joe took out Roberto. Tom, on his way to the finals, took out Ron Sargent in a game that I was following along, but we unfortunately couldn't follow along here on the stream. Mike took out Joe in a stellar game. That was a lot closer than the scoreboard would would show. And in the finals, well, Tom continuing his, march. Nothing really stopping him here. He's got that flywheel going. He's firing in some great darts. And with that, encourage everybody, please, if you like what you're watching, you want to support the guys, want to support what we're doing here, we ask that you subscribe to Sure Shot Darts and like us on Facebook. We are going to be doing this for, 3 more weeks now? 4 more weeks. 3 more weeks of regular play, and then we have that 4th week is going to be playoffs night. Can't wait for that, but we have crossed the halfway point of Season 2, winter season. We hope to see you guys next week. Same time, 6:45 p.m. Eastern. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for tuning in. Hope to see you next week. Bye-bye.